Hello, air signs, and welcome to your daily focus trove for Friday. You have the Eight of Wands and the Knight of Wands. And Wands talk about who you are at your core. They talk about spirituality. They talk about blending the conscious and the unconscious. So the Eight of Wands is a card of balanced movement that's fast. It's about like efficiency and productivity. Can be about air travel and other things, but to me this is about having a balanced action. The way that he's taking that step forward and he's throwing that wand like it's a javelin, and it has to be balanced to reach the target, whatever this target is. Oh, there it goes, across the water from him. So it's got to travel a long way, and he's got to be very knowledgeable and efficient about it to get it to go where he wants it to. So this is having a balanced action that's productive. And the clarifier is justice, and justice is the karma card. It's the card of your actions creating reactions or creating different effects in your life. What you do changes the outcome of different things. So it's not only how you think about it, it's also how you act on what you're doing. And this card comes in to try and balance those, to try and get that fruition of the action in a balanced way. So if something was unbalanced in terms of your ability to be productive, your ability to be who you are at your core, this is trying to get that more in balance. And I asked what justice was about. Two of Cups and Knight of Wands. So Knight of Wands is a card of taking action, and you also have Knight of Wands over here as your second card that originally came out for what you should focus on today. So Knight of Wands, this is a card of transformation. This is a card of looking at things from a different perspective, and that helps you take action. You might have felt stuck before or unsure of where you were going, and now you're looking at it differently with this justice card. You're looking at it differently, and you're figuring out, how can I get this balance? How can I get this transformation and this healing, which the Two of Cups is talking about. It's talking about getting two sides of yourself into balance, getting them equal, getting them to where they are balanced so that you can heal when you're moving forward. Because you're not able to move forward. It's sort of like if your car has one flat tire and the other three are normally inflated, your car doesn't move very well. It has trouble. It tends to get injured. And it's the same way with your physical body or with your soul. If it's got one side, it's got the unconscious, and the unconscious takes up a huge part of your thinking, of the way that you behave in the world, and your conscious is only a small part of that, then you're going to be like that car. You're not going to be able to move forward very well. You're going to tend to bottom out when you hit a pothole. You're going to, wreck your body. You're going to wreck your mind further. in your soul. That's not a very good example, sorry. So these cards are about getting this balance, getting this more of an even footing in between things, and that helps you be more productive. It helps you get to where you can move forward quicker. So the Knight of Wands and the Druid craft, and this one I sometimes do read is like he made, a mountain out of a molehill because this horse had to do some weird angled it's the rider's not angled the same way. But the horse, the legs are kind of like, I don't know, it's like not looking at like that, it's looking at like that, and from a different perspective. And this little molehill here, that phrase, mountains out of molehills, and looking at things from a different perspective. This is from a different angle in your transformation. He talks about passionate, inspired action, but he also talks about this particular one. It's a matter of perspective, how you're looking at things, and that's why the perspective is off. The Knight of Wands is talking about needing to change your perspective on yourself, and you'll notice the sword, which swords are talking about the balance between good and evil, and they're talking about thoughts. The sword is sheathed. The wand, he's using it like a spear here too, or like a javelin here. So he is using it to say like onward and upward. We're moving forwards. We're going ahead with this transformation with who we are. But he gives you like a different sort of perspective on it, and that's what you need to do, is change your perspective on it to get more of a balance. The two clarifiers from the Ethereal Visions on this one were the Magician and the Tower. And the Magician is about having everything in balance. It's about having your mental, your emotional, your spiritual, your physical health in balance, so that you can create what you want in the world, so that you can move forward and manifest that, so you can open those new doors that you want to open. You can go down that new path you want to go down. And to get that in balance, you've got the Tower here with the all-seeing eye, which you could think of as, a god. You could think of it as ancestors, spirits, your higher self. Whatever you want to think of it as, the eye is watching. The Tower is... Towers are like, they're as part of a castle. They're like home. Like a lighthouse is a home to the lighthouse keeper, but it is also an object that guides ships away from crashing on the rocks, right? Or from crashing into the land. It provides that light. The Tower provides, a signal. If people in like the olden days, they were lost, they would look and they would be like, oh, I know which direction I'm going and I know where the town is because I can see the tower high up above the trees and up above the farmland. So this is the direction the town is in. Sometimes people use like skyscrapers that way too. And it's also a fortress. It's a lookout for people, in the windows, to look out and see who's coming or what is coming. This particular Tower card, I always see it as being a message that brings like an aha moment with these lightning bolts striking it. But it's not really on fire, it's just lit up. And it's lit with the sunrise. So the sunrise, is creativity and growth. So this is like an aha moment. And this mask here is being like the ego, the self that is in the world, or the conscious self. If you're familiar with like psychology. So this is like you're having this aha moment about how to do this transformation, how to move forward, how to look at it from a different perspective. And that's going to be very healing and very balancing for you, and it's going to help you move forward. The ego, it talks about, like keeping up with the Joneses, who you are projecting yourself to be to others, and even to yourself when you look in the mirror, which, parts of it are who you are, but parts of it are also the mask. They're also you hiding who you truly are out of fear. Out of fear, usually that other people won't accept you, or that, you won't be quote unquote good enough, which is not true. You are good enough. Hopefully this helps you. I've been a little sick. You can hear it in my voice. Sorry. I hope to be back tomorrow, but I don't know. We'll see. I have one more weekend of studying, and then I have the big test. So have a great day.